Welcome back, people. I recreated probably two of my favorite Mario Kart courses, Donut Plains and Rainbow Road. So like Mario once said, let's go. The first course we begin is Donut Plains, cause it's really a very classical course, but also it's kind of easy to make. So I began designing the course map. Now, I could have just drawn it myself, but I suck at drawing anything, so of course I took a procedurally generated approach to make life easier for me.
Oh shit!
So I made a noise texture, then masked it off to create a fall off map, but instead of islands, they're lakes now, and added some random noise to add a little touch to them. I've also updated my old racetrack from the 2D GTA game, but now I've got textures to them now, which I can pretty much customize them to my liking, since we're also going to make another course. And then I made some colorful block textures. Now, not in Krita, but made a program that makes them because I just felt like it. Now, don't ask me why I couldn't use Krita, but give me a break, I don't know how to use Krita enough. I then revisited y'all's favorite program, the grass. This grass that I made from the survival game, which y'all can check it out. Its graphics were a bit off because if you notice, Grass V1 and Grass V2, they had a significant difference as the first one had a much better look to it, and then I realized the shaders, and that was probably because the shaders weren't affecting the lighting for Grass V2, so I simply modified the program, which is very similar to Grass V1, just that we stuck to the 3D look, and you know, looks awesome, right? I decorated the course, bringing back the trees from the survival game, and made these values with a program that generates the textures. So that was the whole course here. It was that easy, I guess. And if you liked it, hit the like button below, and rate 1 to 10 below the comments, and tell me what y'all like about it. I personally love the colorful blocks I made, and of course the new grass. If you didn't enjoy that track, well, we got one more track that you will love. Probably one of the best popular courses ever made in any racing game. Rainbow Road. And let me begin showing you how I made the galaxy. So I really didn't have any idea how to make a galaxy. I only knew that it would work like a particle system, but I found a tutorial that, in my opinion, it didn't turn out so well, but we'll fix it later. And I also got lucky finding a great tutorial on making nebulas in Unity, because I had no idea on how to make that. Either way, the course is gonna look cooler. And of course, a universe is nothing without its planets. So I wanted to fill the course with planets, but because I barely know how to draw, I obviously had to make them into a procedural way. So how I made the Earth, I created two noise functions, one representing the land terrain, and the other is a mask representing land and the ocean. Then added a little touch of a coast on the edges of the land. Then added ridges on the land noise, and both of the noise textures are interpolated, creating an Earth-like texture. And to add more life to Earth, I added clouds, that is a regular noise function, and then its domain warp to make it more cloudy. And speaking of clouds, one time before a thunderstorm, I went outside to look at the clouds and said, wow, they look so beautiful. And then the cloud gods were like, fuck you, and then it scared the shit out of me, and I was like, fuck that shit, I'm out. So, here's the video. Fuck, I'm out. And after you astronomer nerds, and now before you astronomer nerds, and now after you astronomer nerds, tell me in the comments below, I know the moon is a planet. Wait, no. And after you astronomer nerds, tell me in the comments below, I know the moon is not a planet. The moon is a moon. Anyways, the main noise function of the moon is a gray basic noise texture. Then, with random spots that represents the craters, combined with a noise function to give a more realistic and rocky look. And lastly, combining that main noise function and crater noise function, a procedurally moon texture is made. making this beautiful moon. Now Mars is a pretty basic texture. It's just two noise functions that represent the colors making up the landscape of Mars. Saturn is just a yellowish and orangish noise texture that is compressed that gives Saturn stripes. And the rings are just a particle system that represents the meteors that orbit around Saturn. And I took some inspiration from Mario Kart DS. Took their rainbow colors to put it on my track, and I put a little touch of shine just to, it was just a little bit of random noise. And here's Rainbow Road being generated. It's like if you're actually inside the game, actually driving on it as it's being generated. Isn't it beautiful? When I played and saw Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road Galaxy, yep, that one, I immediately thought that mine was completely garbanzo, even though it already was. So after a couple of hours of playing with the particle system, I came up with this last Galaxy version, and I think it looked pretty awesome. Tell me that it isn't. And to add a last touch to this course, to make space feel less empty, more beauty, and to add that all to it, are the stars. And putting this all together, comparing this to Mario Kart's courses, and with the couple of weeks I've only had working on this, I think I know who the clear winner here is. I think I'm kind of proud of this, but you let me know in the comments below. So those were two of the courses I've made here. Tell me in the comments below, what was your favorite course? Was it Donut Plains or Rainbow Road? What was your favorite part about it? And please hit that subscribe button below if y'all really enjoyed this video. And if you didn't, I just don't care. But hopefully y'all still enjoyed this video. And also, most importantly, have a nice day.